Spotlight. Anne-Marie Osgood here, supporting our incredible small businesses here in Burbank. Have a treat for you today.
Boy.
I am with the incomparable. In fact, a lot of you probably already know who she is because she's pretty darn famous in Burbank, I gotta say. Miss Liz Barlack.
Hey, everybody. Hey,
She's
everybody.
such a phenomenal photographer. But I'm gonna have her tell you kind of what you do and who you are.
I am a photographer here in Burbank. I do headshots, portraits, families, and then I've also recently started a new niche of photography, which is a storytelling with photographs. That's what I do.
Storytelling.
Yes.
So, okay, I'm going to refer to my questions here because I wanted to hear more about this. How did the idea of telling someone's story, and by the way, she does it in a minute.
In
So how did that
a minute
idea-
to a minute and a half.
Okay,
yes,
how
yes.
did that idea come about?
Well, I had a photography session with a woman who was not feeling her best, and she was experiencing some mental illness, and so she said, I don't want to come in right now because I'm not doing so well. And I said, certainly, I understand, no problem. And then I got to thinking, you know what, we only have today, and everybody has a story to tell, even if they're not feeling their best, even if they think they have 10 pounds to lose, which they don't. But no matter what, everybody has a story to tell, and we only have this day. And I thought, even in her state, I would love to photograph her. And so I reached out to her, and we made that work, and I did a little video about depression and what that's like. And she was willing to share her story with me, and I kept her anonymous for that reason, but she shared her story with me, and people were really affected. And I was really affected.
Yeah.
And I thought, I love doing this. I love sharing those kind of stories. So that's how it started.
Well, and that's so beautiful, and that's such a good lesson, right? It's like I tell my daughter, you never judge someone because you never know their story, right? And so that's so beautiful.
Right.
How do you go about approaching the task?
Well, I have people come in studio, first of all, and I take their photographs. And then I start talking to them and searching for the story, and they start talking to me and telling me the story. I record their words, what they're telling me, and then I ask them to look out the window, and we just chat a little bit, and I'm taking photographs the entire time. And then I take those photographs and I take their words, and I put some of the words on the photographs, and it just kind of comes together beautifully in a minute to a minute and a half. And that's how I approach it. I have some kind of instinct. I do.
I would say so, and we're gonna show you one of her stories shortly. But how do you ensure kind of their essence and emotions are captured, right?
I'll be damned if I know.
That you just don't. That's one of your gifts. Oh, that's one of your
gifts.
Yes, that's one of your gifts.
I do have an instinct and a way with people, and I can get them to be relaxed, and I can get them to open up to me, and I do want to hear their story, and I have respect for the story, and I think they feel that, and other than that, it's pure instinct.
And
I'm
that's your
going
gift.
with it. I'm going with it.
And that is definitely your gift.
I'm going with it.
So share an example. You shared a little bit of an example.
Yes,
but
that was
can you
one
share an
story.
example and maybe some of the challenges that you
Yes.
faced when you did
Yes. So I had a couple in recently. They're quite elderly, and it was my husband's idea to photograph them, so I've got to give him some credit there. But they've only been married 6 years. But they're quite elderly, and I just love the story of somebody finding love and getting remarried at that stage of their life. And so brought them in studio and had to explain the process a little bit and get them to relax and forget that they're in front of my camera. That's a challenge.
Absolutely.
I totally get it.
Yes.
I don't like getting in front of the camera either, but getting people to relax and talk to me is a little bit of a challenge, but pretty good.
But in a way, I think that so many people have a story to tell, and they don't necessarily know how to tell it, and they may not want to go see a therapist.
Right.
So it really is kind of therapy.
It's therapy. You get it out. I think we all have a desire. We want to be seen.
100%.
And we want to be heard. And I want to tell a happy story. I want to tell the sad stories. I think I mentioned to you once, I want to tell the story of a boy and his dog I think I would love
Any
that
boys
story.
out there with their dog?
Any
Like,
little dogs? I would love to tell that story. How much does the dog mean to you? I mean, stuff like that.
So what is your ideal client? Or do you have an ideal client?
In this niche market, I don't really know that I have an ideal client yet, because I think everybody has a story. And I don't know yet. I don't know. In headshots, I also do headshots, and I love that as well. I really love the person who hates getting in front of the camera.
That's right,
kinda
to
like
pull
everybody.
that stuff
Yes,
out. Yeah,
yes.
of course. Everybody, because we're all so judgmental about ourselves, right?
Yes, very much.
So if you have a story to tell and you don't quite know how to tell it, then
Yes, I would love to talk to you. Let's just talk about
Yeah.
it. You know, it may not be a fit, but we could possibly make magic.
how can people find you?
818-263-2844.